Hi, Kaden. I'm JC.
Hey JC, how are you doing today?
I'm good.
Awesome.
Woke up like, yeah, you know. No, can you, tell us a bit more about you. Like, what age are you? When did you start playing on Roblox and then developing on Roblox?
Yeah, so I'm 16 years turning 16 in a few weeks time. I started out playing Roblox around 2014 as a guest, but made my first account in around 2016. And started developing Roblox as just like a hobby in 2017 and got into it in a more professional sense in 2020.
Okay, cool. And what did you start with?
I started out like programming things, but I mainly just threw in quite a few free models into the game,
Hmm.
into Roblox Studio and messed around with that. But yeah, I've pretty much been a programmer the entire time I've been developing.
Cool. And have you been involved in many games since you started developing?
Quite a few. Primarily, most of my professional work experience on the Roblox platform comes from roleplay groups, so
Okay,
stuff like restaurants, military groups, that kind of thing. But I also have a bit of experience making simulators and a few other types of games.
cool. And how did you find these jobs? Is it through friends or Twitter or?
Yeah, so primarily it's been through friends. The larger ones especially, I mainly got into those just through either my friends working at those places or knowing the owners, that kind of thing. Uh, so yeah.
Great. And um, okay, so now you're studying at school.
I
That's it.
actually dropped out of school.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, to kind of focus on my career full time.
Well, that's great. Okay, cool. And do you have like is your family supporting you or how is your um personal life if that's fine to
Yes, so
talk about that?
I'm currently living with my father and his partner. And I have a brother and a few sisters. Um, but yeah, so they've been really supported through my journey of being a developer and being an entrepreneur. And my father has been helping quite a lot with getting my company up and running and all that.
Cool. And so what's the name of your company?
It is Meteor Game Studios.
Okay, Meteor Game Studios. And uh what are you working on right now?
At the moment, we are working on a psychological horror game with a mutant meatball type creature as the main character. It sounds a bit ridiculous, but
No,
I
no,
promise
it
you it's
sounds
gonna be
great.
good.
I mean, it's quite uncommon. I like it.
Mm. But we're aiming to kind of release that within 3 months or so. Hopefully, if all things go well. And we have a team of around 20 to 30 people working on that at the moment.
Cool. And what's the gameplay?
So there's actually two different types of gameplay in it.
Okay.
Well, two different types of game modes. So players can experience the story-driven mode where they have to go through an abandoned Soviet laboratory and discover different yeah, like kind of investigate what happened to it, what caused these mutant creatures to come about, that kind of thing. And then the second game mode is a survival game mode where players need to go through the laboratory and essentially try and kill all the mutant creatures, just clear out the laboratory. Um, and that one's more like a round-based one, similar to Call of Duty Zombies, except players are able to make their own kind of weapons using materials throughout the map. So they may find a pipe on the ground, pick that up, use it as a melee weapon, or even combine different materials to create like something like a flamethrower or a pistol or something similar.
Oh, really? So, like, building your own well, tools or guns. Is that right?
Yeah, essentially, it's probably going to be a bit more simple than actually players need to build it. They would probably just pick up a couple of things and it would do it automatically. But yeah.
Yeah, that's great. Wow, that's so cool. Do you have any screenshots to share or artwork?
So we have a couple. We have a couple character concepts. And so far, at the moment, I don't really have any screenshots of the map itself to share. That's mainly just because we've just recently started development in the past week, so still working on getting that to a state which we can show off.
Yeah, that's fine. I mean, anything you have, like, uh, yeah, if it's
Yep. Give
even the
me
first
1 second.
artworks, that's great. We'd love to have these on the video and showcase it. So it's great.
Sweet.
Cool.
So
Do,
I'll
do you?
send one of the
Yeah.
I'll send a couple of the character concepts. So the one I just sent on Discord, that's the kind of main character for the game. It's meant to be the Scarce. It's still incomplete, but that's the one we've started to 3D model so far. Yeah, so the three I just sent, those are the kind of publicly available ones that we've showcased before, so those should be fine to show in the video. But yeah, those kind of three kind of the main creatures. We intend to have a few more, probably like 10 in total, and a little meatball monster, the tiny one. That's just kind of minion of the main boss. That'll run at players and try and scare them, but it is very harmless. And then the other two are pretty harmful. Like they'll actively try chasing after the player and attacking them.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, still a work in progress, but we're getting to a point where they're gonna be looking fantastic.
They already look very cool and scary, which is pretty much the point, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's great. Well, that's a great project. It's really exciting. I mean, you said you were working with 20 to 30 people. So,
Yeah,
can you tell me what they exactly do? What are their skills? What what you do on this project? And well, explain how's entrepreneur's life when you're 15 on Roblox.
yeah. So we definitely have quite a diverse team. So majority of our team are in the kind of development side. So that's artists, programmers, level designers, environment artists, that kind of thing. And we also have quite a few business advisors to help our team out with getting ideas, with pursuing the right decisions, that kind of thing, as well as a production team of around 5 people, which work on managing the project and assigning tasks to people, as well as contributing to the game design document. My personal role in the project, so far, I've mainly been helping with production and just leading the team. But I do plan to hop in and help out with programming when needed. But yeah, so far our team is good in that sense. We have a pretty balanced team in terms of programmers to artists. I believe we have around 10 or so artists working on the game and around 7 programmers at the moment. And obviously we're still expanding our team. But yeah, in terms of being an entrepreneur at 15, it's definitely been a bit difficult, especially in the sense that when you tell people you're 15 and you run a company, they don't take you too seriously. But I'm definitely working past that, and I mean, um, there is a lot of people that do see a lot of potential in us, which does drive me forward quite a bit. Gives me a lot of motivation. And with my very helpful team of advisors and employees and all that, it definitely helps me quite a bit. Takes a lot of pressure off me. So primarily, I've mainly been doing meetings, talking with other entrepreneurs, talking with investors, and just talking with people in general.
That's great. So you're really running your business now.
Yeah.
That's so cool. Um, and is your father an entrepreneur or?
Yeah, so he's worked as management in quite a few companies, ran his own company at some couple of his own companies at some point. But now he's kind of stepped away from doing that and just has a day-to-day job. But yeah, he does have quite a bit of experience with entrepreneurship.
Well, that's great. Um, it's yeah, it's quite a good. Well, it's not quite a good thing. It's a really good thing to have support in your family because we see a lot of developers and kids wanting to build on Roblox or on other UGC platforms, whatever. And well, most of the time, the family is supportive because they see how great it is and how big it is now. But 5 years ago, they would pretty much go, "What are you doing? I mean,
Yeah,
that's
definitely.
not a job."
Yeah, I did notice like with quite a lot of the people I work with, especially the younger ones, when they first kind of started out developing, their parents didn't really take it seriously until they kind of got their first DevX or got their first payment from it. And I
Yeah,
mean, it is still a bit hard to get that point across nowadays that Roblox does have a lot of potential, especially for young developers. But so it's definitely a bit of a struggle to kind of convince parents that it's a really good platform for people to start learning how to code, for people to start a career, especially early on. Like, there's not a lot stopping people from actually going through and pursuing a career on the platform.
yeah, it's well, it's really exciting right now, and also because Fortnite is joining the UGC gaming type of thing
Yeah,
with the UEFN, and I mean, I, I'm a Roblox fan personally, but of course, it's amazing to see other platforms coming in this area because this shows how well the potential we can get out of it. Because
yeah, definitely.
I mean, Epic and Fortnite didn't need to go on UGC gaming to be profitable. You know,
Yeah,
it's a full choice from Tim Sweeney to jump on UGC gaming because he thinks that it's the future of more than gaming. It's future of gaming, but it's also future of metaverse. So yeah, it's really cool. I mean, you are and we are in a very dynamic branch, and I think it's very exciting every single day.
yeah, entirely.
Um,
Definitely. Go on.
yeah, no, sorry.
Definitely quite and it will like Roblox definitely has a lot of potential. Like, even at this point, there's so much more that can be done on the platform, and I mean, the possibilities are essentially endless, especially for developers. Uh, it's a great platform to kind of build out your dreams,
Yeah, I think
especially
so.
even expanding outwards like stuff like UEFN and I believe there's a few others like Sandbox. Like, having all of these platforms to develop your dreams on is quite an amazing thing to see, especially considering Roblox was pretty much the main one that had like a very entry level uh type access a few years ago.
Yeah, it's I mean it's crazy, and we know that on Roblox, as you said, the, everything's possible. I mean, you can build some ultra realistic game too. It's just um, does the players want ultra realistic? Well, yes, sometimes, but not necessarily. So
Yeah,
it's I mean. It was like maybe 2 years ago. Everybody was saying, well, I mean, everybody in the business was saying, well, Roblox can't be a metaverse because it's too blocky. It's what else do you want? There are 200 million active users, uh, so they seem to like it. So, yeah, I think it's a great platform because it's very community based, and it's really fun.
Yeah,
It's really fun.
absolutely awesome platform.
Do you have any advice to kids running a business at 15 years old?
Yeah, so I would say just like if you have a dream, go for it. Like the only reason why you're not going to be able to complete your dream is if you don't try. And I mean, people should always take a chance. Even if it's a bit risky, if they have a dream they want to succeed, then they should go for it.
Well, that's a great advice. I mean, I remember doing pretty much nothing when I was 15, um, which which I was happy with it, by the way.
Yeah.
But I'm sure my parents would have been super happy and proud of me doing what you do. Um, I'm not sure they would have been supportive, saying this is this is your future and that's great, but still they would be really proud and happy. And yeah, that's great. Are
Mm.
you aware of Dubbit's new platform called Builders.io?
Not entirely. I did have a look at the website,
Yeah.
and from what I gathered, it's advertising platform or something similar for Roblox immersive ads.
Well, it's more like a large how can I say a large space where everybody can connect and meet
Oh,
people and meet people in this UGC network. So um, the main thing is lots of developers are under 18. Let's say builders. Of course, it's not only development; it's 3D design, it's
yeah,
motion, etc., etc. So um, most of these builders, well, a lot of them are under 18. And I mean, if you're 20, it's pretty much the same. How can you reach huge brands when you're 20 years old and running your own business for 2 or 3 years? You know,
yeah, definitely.
it's like you're gonna call Coca Cola and say, "Do you want a game?" No, that makes no sense. So, what we do at Dubbit today is building experiences for very big brands. So our customers are Samsung, NASCAR, H&M, so many brands. We've done the NCT 127 concert recently. It was the biggest traffic ever on a concert
Oh,
on Roblox. So
interesting.
everyone was super happy with it. The fans were happy, and that's the kind of thing Dubbits do.
Yeah,
And the Builders platform is, well, a lot of builders like you, Caden, have their own ideas, own games, own projects, have a small team or a big team. You have a big team. And how can we connect brands with all these talents?
there was pretty much no chance for a studio like mine, one that isn't really notable, to reach out to these big brands to kind of get their interest when there are so many other much larger studios working with brands. So I mean, having a platform like that would be absolutely amazing, especially for a lot
Right.
of small studios that want to expand to brands but don't really have the chance.
Yeah, I mean, it's We know that the talents are in in you guys and in your kind of studios, and we can't compete with I don't know how many, maybe 10,000 little studios having ideas and stuff everywhere. You know,
Yeah,
it's that what makes the Roblox platform so active and so great.
yeah.
So centralizing the talent in one company would be a big mistake, and Roblox themselves, they know that, and we know that, and this is why we want to be in the middle and to connect people and to make things happen.
Yeah.
Uh, we obviously develop our own games and our own branded experiences, but it's I mean, this is not our dream. I mean, it's great to do it. We love it. We love doing concerts and we love doing experiences because they're really fun.
Yeah.
But um, it's like missing something, you know. And
What is the kind of dream of Dublet? Like, what do you guys want to kind of do?
well, we'd like to be and starting. It started early 2023, so as I said, we already have 100 games in our network. Um, we'd like to be the biggest network on UGC gaming, um, a kind of a place where um, all builders and all brands go, whatever the platform they are working on. So, for example, Fortnite, Minecraft, whatever. We already develop on Minecraft and on Fortnite. So, I mean, Dubbit. So, what we want is that builders.io becomes the, yeah, like the, I don't know, Times Square of UGC gaming. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
so the kind of talent hub of UGC gaming.
Yeah, 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 yeah. Cool.
Um, Awesome. Well, thank you so much again. And it was really great talking with you.
Thank you so much, Caden. See you. Cheers.
See ya. Bye.
Bye.